Namaskar. This is a show for Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank depositors. This is another show that talks about the apathy, the absolute apathy of Reserve Bank of India towards Punjab and Maharashtra depositors. This shows how they were disinterested, possibly not only disinterested, possibly how Reserve Bank could have actually helped Punjab and Maharashtra Bank to do such a big bank fraud. So I'm going to take you through some letters that I have received. I'm also going to take you through the response that Reserve Bank of India gave. And I'm going to take you through what we think we should do next to ensure that the monies reaches the depositors. This is my program today, and I will start with the letter written by Ms. Manpreet Kaur to the Chief General Manager in charge, Urban Bank Department, Reserve Bank of India. The Chief General Manager's name is Shri A. Udgata. This letter was written to Shri A. Udgata by a lady called Manpreet Kaur. And I will tell you what was the content of the letter. Now, mind you, this letter was written on the 28th of January 2011. 28th of January 2011. Please remember this date. And that is when the flag was raised, the red flag was raised to Reserve Bank. And what is happening now is thanks to, this was pre-warned. What happened now was pre-warned by this lady. And that's what I'm going to take you through. Now, this lady writes, I would like to inform you that the actual NPA of the bank is 9.12%. And they show it as around 1%. She says large borrowers of Sion and Andheri branch are close friends, families and associates of the directors of the bank. Hence, the staff of the credit department are asked to do reverse calculation so as to arrive at the financial of the loan sanctioned. These calculations are given to the borrowers and they finalize their accounts and get it audited on the basis of our calculation of loans. Third, she says many large borrowers are NPAs, but the bank issues fresh loans in the name of relatives of the directors or partners of the borrower NPA company, and the NPA loans are closed by diverting these fresh loans towards settlement of NPAs. Also, the bank advises them to create a fresh partnership, proprietary firms, and gives fresh loans to these companies and then routes these funds close to NPAs of large borrowers or close pals of the directors of the bank. In 2005, branch manager of Warsaw branch gave overdraft limit of 5 crore 65 lakh to Mahendra Dhariwal, Sunita Dhariwal, Dhariwal's Films Private Limited, Evershine Films, etc., without obtaining any security from them. When these films makers were unable to pay the dues, it came to the notice of the central office. The managing director asked central office officials to investigate, and they submitted a detailed report to the managing director describing the modus operandi of the fraud. This fraud was never reported to RBI nor to Indian RBI Association. These NPAs were never revealed as NPAs by the bank, as it would have increased their NPA percentage. About 250 crore of deposits that are updated in the system as fake deposit just to portray themselves as big banks and received awards. Now, in new OmniCore banking, we do not have access to the head office accounts but the TBA software. The same was booked as accounts, State District Cooperative Bank deposits, codes SD, DI, DIS, FD. This is important. HDIL, Diwan Housing Finance Limited, Dheeraj Builders, Trapinex and their group companies. The bank also manipulates its net time and demand liabilities to asking these corporates to deposit checks on Thursday. The checks are inner company checks drawn on HDFC Jan Kalyan Bank. These checks are returned either on Saturday physically. However, debit for outer returns of these checks will be spread over 3 days so that it does not come under monitoring of RBI and higher percentage. Manjeet Ishwar Singh and Geeta Singh are heading account department in Bhandup Central Clearing Department of Fort. They carry out the above modus operandi. Hence, they have been provided flats in Dreams Dheeraj Cooperative Housing Society. Now, this is the gist of the letter. And the letter goes on. I'm going to attach this letter with the show. Now, This lady, who also incidentally was an ex-employee, she has given absolute detail on the way the fraud has been committed, the modus operandi, the people's name who has committed the fraud, and she has given absolute detail. Now, you know what RBI did? RBI, instead of investigating, instead of asking its vigilance department to investigate, instead of reporting it to ED or the police, RBI decides to send this copy of this letter with their own noting to the bank management. RBI writes a letter which says,
महोदय, आपके बैंक के विरुद्ध शिकायत। हम इसके साथ श्रीमती मनप्रीत कौर से प्राप्त दिनांक 28 जनवरी 2011 की शिकायत की प्रतिलिपि प्रेषित करते हैं। कृपया मामले की जांच करें तथा इस संबंध में आपके अभिमत से हमें शीघ्र अवगत कराएं। अपने उत्तर की एक प्रति शिकायतकर्ता को अवश्य भेजें।
So RBI writes to the bank saying that, listen, I say complaint आया, देखो क्या है, with all the names, the transaction, how the modus operandi is done, how RBI has been conned, everything that the lady wrote, RBI wrote to the chore. Imagine you go and you complain against a robber. You go to a police station and you say that, you know, this robber, this fellow who's staying here, this fellow, he goes at 2 o'clock, leaves his house at 2 o'clock. He wears black and he leaves his house at 2 o'clock. And he goes and he robs buildings where there are no security guards. That is his modus operandi. He goes with a rod, he goes to buildings where there are no security guards, and then he robs the house and comes back at around 5 o'clock. At 6:30, he goes to this kabadi wala who opens, this kabadi wala called ABC. This ABC kabadi wala, he opens his shop for him. He goes and sells his robbed whatever booty to this kabadi wala at 6:30. And this kabadi wala gives him money. This is the modus operandi. You give the complaint to the police. Now, what the police does is the police takes your complaint, goes to the robber's house and says, you know, this is the complaint, this is the modus operandi that they say you operate in, this is the kabadi wala that you're saying that, you know, you are going and selling a product. You please answer this. You please answer me whether what they're saying is right or wrong, and you also send a copy of this answer to the complainant Baba. You send a copy of the answer to the complainant also. The police goes and tells him. What do you expect the robber to do? The first thing that the robber will say is the robber will first of all understand his modus operandi is understood. That is the first thing he will say. The next thing he is going to do is clear that kabadi wala where he is selling his booty. And the third thing he will do is he will ensure that all his evidences are covered and are destroyed. That is what he is do. That is why the letter is given. And that's exactly what Reserve Bank has done. Exactly what Reserve Bank has done. Reserve Bank sent this letter to PNC Bank and said that, you know, please give one answer to the complainant. Can you believe it? Why should I not believe that RBI is conniving with this? Why should I not believe that RBI is part of this? And why should I not believe that RBI deliberately gave the information to the bank? Why should I not believe that? Otherwise, why would RBI do such a thing? This was done on January 2011. 2011, RBI knew it. RBI didn't do a damn. RBI is the regulatory body of India. It is their job. We pay them salaries. It is our tax money with which they take salaries home. We pay them salaries. And it's their job to ensure that they audit our banks and they keep our money safe. They have not done their jobs. And today they are dragging their legs and ensuring that the depositors, you depositors, don't get their money, don't get your money. Why are they dragging their legs? According to police, they have recovered assets more than 4,500 crores from HDIL alone. What is in it for RBI? Why is this case not taken further? Who is stopping RBI from taking this case further? What is the pressure that RBI is in, that the RBI is not solving the problems of depositors? Let me tell three things to the depositors before I end my show. Thing number one, please do not run around these politicians. You running around state politicians is not going to help you, because state politicians have absolutely no power over RBI. There are only three people who can help you. One is the RBI. Second is the Finance Ministry. Third is the Prime Minister of India. There are three people who can help you. And if these three people are not, and if these three people don't indulge, don't interfere, this will not get resorted. That is for sure. So if you need to concentrate on these three people. Having these panel discussions and all will not help you. It is these three people, and there is something that is being blocked. What we need to find out is what is blocking RBI. Who is blocking RBI and why RBI is not taking a decision? That's the question that we need to ask RBI, and we need to ask every day. We for sure intend to do that. I hope we get support from a lot of you all.